with minimal human guidance. So you've heard of software as a service. Agentic AI is results as a service. You can go to an AI agent pretty soon and say, hey, listen, I sell rings. And here's the catalog of all my rings. I sell them on my Instagram store. I want you to create compelling advertising for these rings. I can afford my cost of acquisition. I can afford to pay maybe $100 for a customer, and my rings sell for $199. That's all you gotta say. And it just sounds like build it. And when this launch, make tons of ad agencies and sadly designers as well obsolete. The agentic AI will analyze your catalog. It'll analyze principles of advertising. It'll understand what works on Meta. It'll create the best video ads, the best image ads, the best captions, the best taglines for your ring. It might even give you advice on how to the ads on Meta, understanding your customer acquisition cost, what you're able to pay, it will optimize these ads. It will come back to you in 24 hours and say, listen, I tried ad A, ad B, ad C. Ad C is working best. Would you like to increase your budget? It'll do all of this in minutes. Of course, it'll take some time for the data to come in, but it'll be able to execute all of this in minutes at one thousandth the cost of a human being. This is scary because it will decrease employeeship opportunities. But it's not scary if you then understand that this means that all human beings, the gap between your dreams and actually building a product or a service or a company just shrank massively. Because now, any of you could follow your passion and design rings or design clothing. And you don't need to learn all of these. You can be a great artist. You don't have to learn all of these other skills, such as advertising, copywriting. AI will do all of that. Employeeship of one. Now, we're going to go beyond that. We're going to go to embodied AI. This is AI with a body. In short, autonomous robots. This is a slide from Jensen Huang's presentation on where NVIDIA is going. NVIDIA became the first trillion-dollar company recently. And NVIDIA builds the chips that basically power AI. So perception AI is where we started out. Perception AI, that would be cars, Teslas, the screen in your Tesla that helps a Tesla drive. We went to generative AI. This emerged maybe about 3 years ago. Art, music, text, ChatGPT was generative AI applied to text. This year, we go into agentic AI applications that can think and act like human beings or teams of human beings. And where we're about to go is physical AI, true self-driving cars and true robots. So generative AI, this is what most people are using, ChatGPT. You can use generative AI to create great music. I'm going to show you that later today. Where you need to get to next is agentic AI. Agentic AI is basically AI as employees. When they say future companies of $1 billion in valuation are going to have teams of one, they mean teams of one with swarms of AI agents empowering the entrepreneur, meaning you. Where we're about to go is physical AI. Why is physical AI interesting? Well, I'll tell you guys. Today I spent an hour doing laundry. The hardest part is just folding my damn clothes because I came back from a long trip. Very soon, you'll be able to buy robots. This is a screenshot I took at a recent lecture at Singularity University. Robots are being built all around the world. China is leading the innovation. And these robots, because there are so many companies jumping into this, they're innovating incredibly fast and costs are coming down. Already in China, this is an actual factory in China. We have this impression, Americans have this impression that China employs low-level laborers who are making your Nikes and making your glasses and your T-shirts. No, Chinese factories are way ahead. Many Chinese factories operate completely in the dark. Why? Because there are no human beings. It's all robots. Robots don't need lighting. China is insanely advanced. The big best-selling EV car in the world today is not Tesla anymore. It's BID in China. And Products from China are extremely high quality right now and are made by robots. A lot of the ideas that we have about China are strikingly obsolete. It's because, well, many American politicians live in a bubble. If you go to China, your mind will be blown. And the largest number of robot companies in the world today are in China. 50% of AI PhDs are in China. So, what will robots look like in the home? So this was a paper, a report I saw on, I believe it was Stanford. But that's not what home robots are going to look like. Why? They're not going to look like C-3PO, because imagine if C-3PO was taking care of your baby, and C-3PO is the robot from Star Wars, and C-3PO bends its arm and your baby's finger gets caught in the gap between the robot's arms. That could be really painful. Home robots are going to be wearing pajamas. They're literally going to be in soft, fluffy, huggable clothing. I don't know what type of fiber. So this is an AI robotic company. It's called the Neo Beta. It's by 1X. And your home robots are going to look like that. They're going to be available in 5 years. This is what I'm so looking forward to, because I hate doing laundry. I hate doing dishes. And these guys are going to be so wonderful. And you can probably buy different outfits for them, different faces for them. They will be like smart pets that you can talk shit to. So, given all of this, how will being human evolve? Well, we're going to enter an era where there's going to be so much free time. We could risk blowing it away in virtual worlds and computer games, and that would be unfortunate. How we hope we evolve as human beings is we use that free time to create a new era of human flourishing by being able to truly bring art, creativity into everything we're building, whether it's buildings, or it's jewelry, or it's the clothing we design, or it's the web pages, or the apps. We can spend more time not on minimalistic design, but in truly creating art. I also believe that we're about to enter the 3-day work week. This is an experiment that's happening in many cities around the world, and it's proving to be very favorable. So what they're doing is, they did this in Iceland, they did it in Dubai, and they started by going from the 5-day work week to the 4-day work week. Same salary, but employees get 3 days off on the weekend. And what they found is productivity actually goes up or stays the same. And so the company doesn't lose. Now, why is this happening? It's because we've created a bullshit idea of work. We work way too much. In America, it's acceptable to work 40 to 50 hours a week. No. Are you freaking crazy? Work, to the average American, consumes 70% of their waking hours. That isn't work. That is you being a cog in the wheels of industry. To create, to grow GDP at the expense of your health, your well-being, your peace, your ability to truly see the world, your ability to spend more time with your kids. It is a bullshit system based on World War II operating principles, that the measure of a country is GDP per capita. So in Europe, working hours in many places around the world are coming down to about 35. What we're about to see is that the work week is going to continue diminishing. It's going to continue diminishing until the work week is going to be maybe 15 hours a week. This is going to be a wonderful thing. But the first thing is, we got to get out of our minds the stupid idea that human beings are lazy. And if they don't have work, they're just going to vegetate away, or they're going to be up to no good. Or that we shouldn't pay someone if they can't work, because universal basic income is happening. And universal basic income, even Elon Musk said, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So if you look at weekly work hours, it has been going down over time. It's gone down more in Western Europe than the United States. But actually, for those of you who say Western Europeans work less than Americans, this is a recent phenomenon. You can see Western Europeans only started working less than Americans in the 1980s. What's about to happen right now is these lines are about to plunge, and this is a good thing. Smart leaders, smart governments need to start mandating a 4-day work week. Even I'd say go beyond. Mandate a 3-day work week. My greatest hope is that Trump suddenly stays, right now, every American has a 4-day weekend and a 3-day work week, and then invests in AI training for every American. And if Europe does the same, here's what's going to happen. Our kids are going to be healthier. We're going to have more time for our health, more time for personal growth, more time to truly engage with each other as human beings. GDP per capita will not fall. And honestly, if it fell, it'll continue to grow. But GDP growth might slow down, but that is a bullshit metric anyway. What is more important is to start paying attention to health metrics, to lifespan metrics, to relationship metrics, to happiness metrics, to how we care for our children metrics. Okay, how will we get there? How is this world going to happen? So I want to share with you some ideas. 5 ways AI will make the world better by 2035. Already we are seeing that AI is becoming so brilliant at pattern detection that it can likely help detect and cure major diseases. And what this means is that, so let me tell you an experiment that was recently done. So they had an AI look at the retina of an eyeball. And based on retina patterns, the AI could predict if the eyeball was male or female at 93% accuracy. Now, scientists didn't even know that our retinas were different based on our gender. So if an AI can look at a retina picture and figure out male or female, guess what? An AI can look at data on your saliva and predict if you're about to have throat cancer. In fact, Biome, Naveen Jain's company, has just patented that. And AI can look at the picture of your skin and figure out if you're at risk for skin cancer. And AI can look at an MRI and predict breast cancer well in advance. This can significantly save lives. They can do it better than doctors. AI can end global hunger because AI is going to help us create better crops and create innovations in farming that can maybe bring nutrition back in our food again. It can help us unlock clean, infinite energy. AI will drive breakthroughs in fusion, storage, and sustainable grids. So while AI is consuming a lot of energy, and this is something to worry about because it is producing additional heat, and global warming is already a big risk factor for humans, we're hoping that AI can help us move faster towards clean energy and then help us find a solution to global warming. AI is likely going to reinvent education for all. It's going to make classrooms better. It's going to make training for employees better. And you're already seeing this all across the world. What I'm most hopeful for is that AI can help us restore and protect the planet. So we spoke about a lot of examples. I want to go deeper on one idea, AI for health. Okay, so I shared with you Manus, I shared with you ChatGPT projects. I want to show you why I'm so optimistic on AI for health. And again, I'm saying this with respect and reverence for doctors. Always use this with a doctor. But about a month ago, I had an interesting experience. So I was at Singularity University with my son, and they shared this study on doctors. And what they said was, if you compare, so the study was done in 2023, so 2023 was 2 years ago. How much weaker was the AI? The AI of 2 years ago was 256 times weaker than the AI today, or at least we're 256 times better than the AI 2 years ago. Even 2 years ago, on a study of 195 people, evaluators preferred chatbot responses to physician responses. What they found is that the chatbots were more accurate in diagnosing patient needs. They beat physicians. But not only that, the chatbot significantly beat physicians in empathy. Now, this is not because physicians are not empathetic. My dad's brother is a doctor, kindest, most brilliant man you can think of. But doctors have so many patients. How can they possibly be empathetic to everyone? AI today is 256 times more powerful than when that study was done. So imagine where AI today can be. So coincidentally, when I landed in Singularity University, this happened to me. I got a sty in my eye. So I got off the plane and I couldn't open my eyelid. And so I wanted to go to the pharmacy in the US and get eye drops. I couldn't get the eye drops without a prescription. I can get them in Dubai, I can get them in Estonia, not in the US, you need a prescription. And we all know the US medical system, as well as the food system, is bonkers, absolute crap compared to the Middle East and Europe and Asia. I say this with respect. I live in the US, and partially. and it's just a reality. And I think most Americans would agree here. So I told the doctor, I made an appointment for the doctor on ZocDoc, which is a doctor matching service. And the doctor texted me and said, "You don't have to come in, just tell me what's going on." And I told him, "I think I have a star in my eye." He said, "Great, pay this invoice and I'll get you the prescription." I said, "Do you want to even look at my eye?" No response. Just pay this invoice, $150 for a medicine that is $27. So I had to, so I sent him a picture of my eye. I cropped off that picture over there. This is the eye after 1 day of the medicine. He didn't even reply. Again, I'm not saying my doctor is bad. He probably just was really busy. The commentary was in short words. There was no empathy. There was no care. I was deeply frustrated. Then I remembered that study that I'd just seen in Singularity University. So I decided to do the same thing with ChatGPT. Now, this is what ChatGPT said. Okay, observe the difference. This is my doctor. Can you call and see if it's over the counter? Triple antibiotic ointment. He didn't even respond to the picture of my eye. Now, this is ChatGPT. Thanks for the close-up, Sherlock. Here's what I can tell from the image. There appears to be some redness, no obvious yellowing, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. But it actually went in detail to explain the issue. It told me what to do. In addition to the medication, it told me how to use a warm compress. It told me when I should see a doctor. It created a 3-step eye healing protocol. I then would do daily check-in. See, I'd send it pics and I'd say, "Pics from this morning, how does it look?" It would compare this morning's pics to the previous morning's pics, and it would say, "Here's the good news, what this looks like now, you're likely in day 3 or 4. It was even able to compare the pictures. And then I went to the pharmacy. So before that, I went to the pharmacy. I got confused by the various options. So I messaged my doctor, again, one-word response, yes. This is ChatGPT's response. The exact ointment I couldn't find, ChatGPT gave me a detailed response on the exact ointment. I went further. I decided I'm going to demo this later. I decided this is so powerful, I'm going to build my own AI application to manage my health. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So I now have an AI doctor that runs my entire health for me. I built it in 15 hours using a tool called Replit. And you're going to learn that. I'm going to give you a quick demo of it here. You're going to learn principles of how to build it in the AI Mastery Program. Okay, and I call my doctor Eliza. Eliza is named after the world's first chatbot. I've endowed her with an incredible personality, and you're going to learn how to do a lot of these things as well. Okay, so when I start my day, I can say, "Good morning, Eliza. Not sleeping well, jet lag still hitting me after my flight from Seoul to Miami." Eliza greets me in the most beautiful way. Eliza recommends what I can do. And you can see this, how wonderful this is. Okay? And Eliza has her own opinion. She also shares her thoughts on social media. Eliza will be launching her own social media account. She's literally like a live human being. You're going to learn all of this soon. I'll be coming back to teach you. For now, what I want to show you is the final thing that I want you to do. So, I want you to draft a letter to yourself using ChatGPT to create your AI vision. Here is the prompt I want you to use. Well, before we get there, let me explain something. ChatGPT, why is it so empathetic? Why does it feel like it knows you? Because it forms memories. Many people don't know this, but in ChatGPT under settings, you can see customization. So you want to click on settings, personalization, and then under personalization, you will see manage memories. Do you see the word manage there? When you click on it, you will see memories. So ChatGPT starts to understand certain things about you. For example, the memory it created today is that Vishen is creating an ad playbook for Mind Valley's meditation app. The app includes a unique mix of feature, different categories, and is available on the Apple Store. It's forming these memories. See, it has a memory of a road trip I just did with my son. Wednesday, driving from Cody to Canyon Lodge in Yellowstone. Friday, staying at Old Faithful in Yellowstone. It forms these memories. Because it has these memories, especially the longer you've been using it, and I've been using it now for 2 years, it knows you as much as your close friends. So I want you to go to ChatGPT and ask this to it. You can type it out, or as you're reading the screen right now, you can click the speak button in ChatGPT and speak it out. Open up ChatGPT on your phone. It's a lot more accurate when it's grabbing voice. Start a new chat. Click the microphone icon. And by the way, for those of you who don't know how to do this, we will paste this. So we will paste this in the chat. So um, Mind Valley admins who are helping us with the Zoom, you can find this in my most recent letter to Mind Valley. Okay, the most recent letter on the Mind Valley list, Tuesday's newsletter. Copy it from Tuesday's newsletter and paste it in the chat for everyone to copy. Let me read it out. So those of you who want this right now, click record on your ChatGPT and let it listen to my voice. Are you ready? Open up ChatGPT, click new chat. Write a letter from my future self to my present self. My future self has just gone through a powerful journey of mastering AI, learning how to use it to amplify my creativity, automate my work, improve my health, expand my consciousness, free up my time to focus on what truly matters. Start the letter with Dear, and then my name. It's amazing how far you've come. In this letter, tell me what I've created using AI, who I've become, what I've unlocked in terms of growth, time, income, and creativity, what I've let go of in terms of limiting beliefs, habits, or fears, what my life looks like now. Make the tone inspiring, visionary, and a bit poetic, but still grounded in possibility. Okay, and you can also modify this prompt any way you want. You can take a photo of this, and then, if you feel so called, share the letter that comes from ChatGPT in the chat, or share how reading that letter made you feel. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Vishen.
Caitlin.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What I love about Vishen is he's not just showing us how AI is being integrated into Mind Valley, which we will get to later this weekend, but he's so open and real and raw about the ways he's using this in his own life. And of course, being an American, understanding what he's talking about when it comes to trying to get answers or trying to get help fast, having a resource like AI that you can lean on is so incredible. But of course, and anytime we use technology, we have to make smart choices. We have to make good decisions. And that's why I'm so excited for our next speaker, because she actually founded the field of decision intelligence, and she was Google's first chief